and I am probably the greatest detective in the world.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hidden details in movie posters.
You gotta be kidding me.
For this list, we'll be looking at Easter eggs, clues to plots, or fun additions to movie posters you might have missed. What do you think of these hidden details? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Button reference. Gremlins. While there is plenty of plot spoiling and complicated Easter eggs on this list, let's start with something light and fun. The iconic Gremlins is a cult classic film that was fortunate enough to have its poster painted by legendary artist John Alvin. One of the companies that produced Gremlins was Amblin Entertainment, which Steven Spielberg owns. The logo of the company happens to be a snippet from an iconic scene from E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Well, on this particular poster design for 1984's Gremlins, the silhouette of the Amblin logo is imprinted on the character Billy Peltzer's jeans button. It's a fun little nod to the company that made it all happen. Number 9. Tarantino cameo. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino movies, you're always on the lookout for the cameo he makes in all of his films. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a rare exception where he didn't appear.
What are you talking about? What did that guy tell you?
Told me the goddamn truth is what he told me.
But the sly dog found a way to make an appearance somehow, and that somehow is on the poster.
Oh, here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
On several different iterations of the main poster design, if you look closely, you can see a director operating a camera. It could go easily unnoticed, but that director is Quentin Tarantino himself. Number 8. The Up Connection. Toy Story 4. Disney and Pixar enthusiasts have plenty of theories about how all the animated film universes connect somehow. Well, it turns out you might be right.
Look, I know this is a little strange, but you gotta trust me on this.
Or at least the marketing team knows how to tease diehard fans. One of the posters for Toy Story 4 sees the main cast standing in the antique store, which is the hub for a fair amount of the film.
We have a situation. They need to be extracted from the antique store.
How do we do that?
If you look closely at the left wall, one of the paintings contains a familiar design and characters. The painting is an homage to the classic Dogs Playing Poker painting by Cassius Marcellus Coolidge, but the dogs playing poker appear to be the canines from Pixar's Up.
Soon enough, the bird will be ours yet again.
Number 7. Morse Code. Passengers. 2016's Passengers was a tense movie about isolation and human connection.
Just breathe. Everything is okay.
For the most part, Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt's characters are stuck on a ship with no one to help them. With this theme of feeling lost, the promotional material was sure to take that into account.
We're all in this together.
Hello? Is anybody here? Hello?
While the symbols on the poster might look random, to someone familiar with Morse code, you'll know what these lines and dots spell out. They spell SOS, hinting at the film's dilemma. Chris Pratt's character is crying out for someone to save him from the endless loneliness that beset him.
You don't think there's a way back into hibernation?
No.
Number 6. Foreshadowing. Us. Jordan Peele's Us was a terrifying film, where the central premise was that underground, we all have twins that we are intrinsically connected to. These murderous tethered are unique villains and the main selling point of the horror flick. The marketing also added a subtle hint toward the tethered connection in its posters.
What are you people? We're Americans.
With this one poster heading a pair of hands holding scissors, the handles themselves look like two distinct heads. But what's even creepier is that once you've watched the movie, you realize the two hands holding the scissors are actually from two different versions of the same person. One is gloved, and the other bare.
And to think, if it weren't for you, I never would have danced at all.
Number 5. A taste for the theatrical. The Dark Knight. When dealing with one of comics' most excellent investigators, you know fans were going to have a keen eye on what was coming out before the release of the second Christopher Nolan Batman film.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
One of the comparisons Detective Gordon makes between the Caped Crusader and the Joker is their taste for the theatrical, a phrase that marketers used in the promotional material.
Take this guy. Armed robbery, double homicide. Got a taste for the theatrical like you. Leaves a calling card.
At the bottom of this particular Joker poster, you can see symbols that, when rotated, spelled out a taste for the theatrical. The marketing team launched the atasteforthetheatrical.com website, which featured a Gotham Times newspaper cutout hinting at the plot for the film.
What we got?
Nothing. No matches on prints, DNA, dental, clothing is custom, no labels. Nothing in his pockets but knives and lint.
Way to make the audiences feel like the iconic detective. Number 4. Coded Message. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The Star Wars universe is so densely filled with lore, it's hard to wrap your head around it sometimes.
Congratulations. You are being rescued. Please do not resist.
But any true diehard will be aware of the Galactic Basic Standard, which has several different writing styles, one of which being Aurebesh.
You're asking us to invade an Imperial installation based on nothing but hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
On the cardboard stand-ups for the in-theater promotion, you'll see several different phrases of Aurebesh semi-transparent across several of the characters. Once decoded, these phrases read as "Beat back the rebels, join the Empire." Another is "This station is the ultimate power in the universe," and so on. These provided several hints as to the plot and characters in the film. It was a fun Easter egg for superfans of the franchise. Number 3. Hidden Clues. Mother. Darren Aronofsky's Mother was a divisive film, some calling it extraordinary and others seemingly confused by its tone.
You didn't need to do all of this.
I wanted to. I've been working so hard.
Yeah, right.
However, the posters might have given you a clue of what you were in for. One user found that if you isolated the blue channel on one of the posters, the URL you'llneveranswerthedooragain.com can be found.
I know.
Excuse me?
Further, may we bring your attention to the doorknob and the small picture on the artistic Jennifer Lawrence poster. And on the Javier Bardem poster, there are various faces littered throughout the flames and what appears to be a baby in the reflection of the orb. Spooky stuff, and even better if you've watched the movie and you know what they mean. No! Give me my baby! Number 2. Hinted Villains. Spider-Man No Way Home. The leaks for the third Spider-Man film in the MCU have been relentless, with new hints dropping one after another, hinting to the heroes and villains that could be making an appearance.
Hello, Peter.
While Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin was hinted at joining the cast for this film, it wasn't until he made a very, very tiny appearance in the background of some posters that fans all but confirmed it was definitely him. You can see a tiny little silhouette of him, which the internet was quick to pick up on. He was then featured in a much bigger way in future promos and trailers, but this hidden detail was incredibly tantalizing for the Marvel fandom.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Interactive Clues. Murder on the Orient Express. Kenneth Branagh's adaptation of the Agatha Christie novel is an iconic murder mystery that was sure to have its audience trying to piece together the culprit from the moment they sat in their seat.
Who did this?
I can't say so.
But eagle-eyed viewers could have caught a few extra clues from all the different promotional material, had they been attentive enough. A notable example is on the poster featuring just Josh Gad's character.
Mr. McQueen, is this really the time for drinking?
My boss is dead. I'm out of a job.
And you're looking at me like I did it.
On its pocket square, there is a phone number that, if you called it, you would hear an answering machine from the actual character. There were a bunch of these secrets sequestered across its marketing, most leading to the website cluesareverywhere.com. It definitely set a mysterious tone for the movie.
Merci, Mr. McQueen.
Thank you. If we have any further questions, we will call for you again.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.